Hello everyone, Ladislas, Maurice from thewanderinginvestor.com. So today I'm in Panama City with my favorite couple here, Wi Men and Giovanna, who run a small family office here in the city. We already did a bunch of content together on opening a bank account remotely, how to obtain residency here, how to create corporate structures, etc. Lots of different solutions. And today we'll be discussing a little known way to obtain the Friendly Nations visa. So just as a bit of a background, the Friendly Nations visa now is essentially you invest either $200,000 in real estate or in a term deposit. And if you're from the list of friendly nations, which is typically most European countries, North America, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, South Korea, South Africa, etc. There's a few countries, then you qualify for the Friendly Nations visa. So for the first 2 years, you have temporary residency, and if you maintain the investment, then after 2 years, it turns into permanent residency. So there's flexibility. You can actually mix term deposit and real estate, which is really interesting because in places like Costa Rica, you can't. You have to choose one or the other. Here, if you want to buy a house for $130,000 and put $70K in the bank, this works. So you can really optimize your investments. But there's also a way for people to obtain it without having to invest $200,000. So this is very interesting, especially for entrepreneurs out there. We're going to be going into detail. So let's say I don't have $200,000 or I do have $200,000 and I don't want to invest $200,000 in such investments. How can I, as an entrepreneur, get the Friendly Nations visa here in Panama?
So if you are an entrepreneur and you have what we call an online business, it would be a great way to take the advantages of the taxes and also being able to hire yourself through the corporation so you can get residency. It's the same principle as you hire yourself, you pay Social Security, so we register as an employee, we register work contracts, we do everything following Panama laws. When you get the temporary residency, you will have to wait, it's around 3 to 6 months, so they approve the residency, you come to Panama, you get the 2 years. So for these 2 years, we'll pay Social Security, we will pay everything that's following Panama laws. So once you get the permanent residency, then you will get your cedula, you will get your tax, like Panama ID, and then you get like a Panama local tax ID.
So essentially there are no minimum physical presence requirements. I can come here, set up my structure, run my business from Panama, but physically myself, because let's say I'm traveling a lot, I'm doing business internationally, I don't actually need to stay in Panama except for paperwork renewal or once I'm a permanent resident every 2 years to keep the residency active. Am I correct?
That's correct. That's correct.
So, and I think this says a lot about Panama. The reason Panama changed the Friendly Nations visa from just depositing $5,000 to making an investment of at least $200,000 in the country is because too many people were coming here without adding value to the country. So by putting 200K, the country sees that you're adding value, but there's also this option that very few people discuss where you actually run a business here. So preferably it's a business where you recruit locally, but not necessarily. You can just, for example, myself, I could potentially create a business here, run an online business, receive money into my Panama structure and Panama bank account, and pay taxes on Panama-sourced income, but not on worldwide income, so from income outside of Panama. So it's a very interesting option for entrepreneurs who want to benefit from Panama's really great tax structure, territorial tax system, but who also want to have the opportunity to live here, to then potentially themselves, if they spend a majority of the year here become tax residents on a personal basis as well. So you have a lot of foreign clients here at your family office. So from which countries typically are people who are using this path into Panama?
Normally people from Canada, Australia, UK, Ireland, most popular countries, the federal countries. Yeah.
Okay, cool, fantastic. So if you're interested in this unique path to Panama permanent residency, if you're an entrepreneur, then really get in touch with Wi Men and Giovanna. They've been helping a lot of people with this process. It's quite unique. It's very helpful. It can make a big change in one's personal lifestyle and tax situation to have a base here in Panama. So there is a contact form below as well as their email. Just get in touch with them and they can send you an information package on how it works and how they can help you. Great, fantastic. So Giovanna and Wi Men, thank you very much.
No.
Welcome.
You can go to my website, thewanderinginvestor.com, and sign up to the private list. It's entirely free. This way you will be getting insider information as I travel around the world looking for opportunities. Lastly, feel free to follow me on Instagram at The Wandering Investor. I look forward to hearing from you.